At the risk of making this a hobby horse, I would like to talk about the faith that moves mountains again. The last time we looked at Mark 11:22, and we saw that it is a faith that speaks, a faith that prays, and a faith that forgives. Today, we are going to look at a faith that feels very different from the first one, but still carries with it the same potential to move mountains. It is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 20. Truly, I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible. What an astounding promise. But to be honest with you, dear brothers and sisters, I have often wondered, why does Jesus praise people for their great faith and rebuke those who have little? When he says that faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. In fact, even here, the context is that the disciples could not cast out a demon from a boy. And Jesus says it is because they had little faith. And one wonders, do they not even have faith as small as a mustard seed? Or rather, the better question is, do I not even have faith as small as a mustard seed? You see, it is not just the size, but the quality of the faith that is significant. Why do I say this? Jesus did not say, if you have faith as small as a pebble, you will move mountains. You know, pebble, mountain, same family. It would have made for a nice metaphor. Instead, Jesus says a small seed. What's the difference? From the outside, nothing. Both are hard and difficult to crush, which makes for a good image for faith. But on the inside, they are different. You see, the seed carries with it the certainty of things unseen. The seed carries the promise of a plant, of flowers, of oil, of spice, of a disinfectant, of more seeds, of more life. And isn't that what faith is? The assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. A stone carries no such assurance, no conviction. So, my dear prayer warriors, your faith may be small, it may be even new, but does it carry with it the assurance of what you're hoping for, what you're praying for? Do you have the conviction of things that you cannot see, but you believe are going to come to pass? If yes, you have the faith of a mustard seed. If not, our faith may be like a pebble. It will not bear fruit and it cannot move mountains. But how does that mustard seed-like faith move mountains? It does what all seeds should do. It should be willing to fall to the earth and die. It should be willing to be buried under the ground, hidden from the eyes of the world, and allow God to do what he loves to do in secret. Isn't it fascinating that no one knows the exact moment when Jesus rose from the dead? No one knows the exact moment a child is conceived. In the same way, no one knows the exact moment when a seed will break to give life. The magic always happens in the hidden, secret life. Perhaps that's why Jesus says, when you pray, go into your most private room, close the door, pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. See the repetition of that thought, most private room, secret, and again secret. The Father works in secret, and so should we. There is a magic that happens in our secret life. When those small seeds, or should I say, when little people do little things faithfully in secret, magic happens. I love that word, faithful. You want to have faith that can move mountains? Be faithful in little things, even when no one's watching, because that faithfulness in little things is preparing you to be faithful in greater things. It is preparing you to move mountains. There are little children who attend this prayer meeting faithfully. They do not understand the prayer, but they know the cause. They may not know it, but through their faithfulness, the Lord is moving mountains. There is a young girl here who, despite being in excruciating pain, handles the entire Zoom meeting all single-handedly. She may not know this, but her faithfulness to be here is moving mountains. The gentleman who lent us his Zoom so that we could reach a larger audience is in hospital. But I believe he is moving mountains while he is on the hospital bed. Why am I telling you this? Not to put them on a pedestal, certainly not to embarrass them. I tell you this because I know, my dear prayer warriors, there are those among you who are falling to the ground and dying daily. You are being broken, being crushed, but you faithfully trust the Father to do what he does in secret. You continue to be faithful in little things. You are changing the landscape of your land. You are changing the tapestry of spiritual realms because you are moving mountains.